Perfect. Thank you so much for this platform. Hi, I am Avinash Talreja. I work with careers, but I study people, especially young talents who are actually, a bit confused between, balancing like practicality, passion, and perseverance. But there is a difference, and there is a thought process behind it. Right now, you are at an early career stage. You will be just like, around 20s. But what do you exactly want to do in your life? Have you thought about it? Have you really actually thought about it? Or else you have just chosen engineering, as a platform where the engineering was proposed by your parents, maybe influenced by your friends, or maybe your girlfriend or if your boyfriend would have proposed, do your engineering, that would be the standards that we really want to put in. Right? This is what exactly we are looking out for engineering as a syllabus. The young mavericks. Now I'm going to change that thought process. I'm trying to change that thought process. I want to be more challenging on it. Why you have chosen this career path? Mavericks are very agile people for us. We have known that, and we really believe that. But my story, will come up with a different phase. I was young, talented at that point of time. I was very good at education. Got good marks at 10, 12. But, once I reached the first year of my career phase, what I did? I went into a relationship. Now I know everyone can relate, where I am coming from and what would be my story. I'll try to make it more interesting. I'll try to make it more fascinating for you. So first year of my career, by the way, I am BSc students, I took mathematics. When you were doing engineering, I was doing triple derivatives, triple integrations. Not that easy. But I went to a relationship, but I was committed to her. So now after first year, when we are into a relationship, our schedule get completely changed. What would be that schedule? What we do? We start with a good morning messages in the morning, right? In the afternoon, what are you doing? Evenings, the long duration calls. Correct? And finally at the night, you hang up the call maybe first, or maybe you hang up the call, I'll not sleep unless in a bit. This is what we do. We are mavericks, right? We do these things. So my story was completely similar. So I met a girl in my campus duration life, whom I proposed. A dramatic movie, I would say, a kind of a movie. If you don't say me yes, I'll jump into the train or etc. whatsoever. A complete filmy dialogue. I started speaking in front of her. She should have said no to me at that point of time, but I was lucky enough, so she said yes. And now it's 20 years I am committed to that girl. 10 years of relationship, 10 years of marriage with a beautiful family. But then again, let's come back to the story where we started. So after first year of my career, I went to my parents in my second year. I said, Dad, I don't think so I'll be able to do education anymore. Let's start some entrepreneurship. I know everyone is laughing over here. They would have already thought of doing some entrepreneurship schools. Being in Mumbai, the Indian burgers, the staple food called vada pav. I proposed that let's put some fast food joints to my family. Somewhere or the else, I convinced them. All right, he's not listening to us. Go ahead, do whatever you want to do. We would be backing. They were trying to promote me, do my education, complete my education, which would be the base right now. But since the good morning messages were not getting completed, I decided let's go ahead and let's do that fast food joint. After I took that decision, I went to my partner, informing about her that I'm breaking up with my studies, being a topper, but I decided to break my studies. And she tried convincing me that you're good in studies, why you want to break and everything. Go ahead, do your masters, and then you decide whatever you want to do. I said, no, relationships are getting expensive now. and I really want to promote my expensive, and hence I decided I'll break. So final statement, what I got from my partner was, in case if you are breaking your studies, in case you are quitting your education, then that's the last day that you are chatting with me. Now again a dilemma, right? Now, I went back because I was committed and I was sincerely committed to that one girl whom I wanted to spend my life. So तब मुझे ये याद रहता था कॉलेज में गुड नाइट कॉल्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती थी, राइट? कॉलेज में गुड नाइट कॉल्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बट आफ्टर getting married, lights off kar do is the important discussions that we do right now. So for the global viewers, college time, good night calls are very important with the relationship, but honey, please turn off the lights are crucially important at this stage of the career that we have reached to. So I went back to my parents. Coming back to the story, my parents said, I told them that I'm thinking and planning to continue with my education. So at that point of time, my father unfortunately had seen a photograph, and I still, on a lighter note, I want to share this. He saw that photograph during a Raksha Bandhan. I went to a studio and clicked that photo because at that point of time we didn't have any selfies. We don't have these smartphones. And my father said, "Who is she?" Well, she's kind of a sister to me at my campus, and I closed that topic with him. So he said, "Okay, I understand, because end of the day they are parents, and we should not forget that we are their children, and they know each and every bit of us within what we are doing." So he said, "All right, I know why you are taking this decision. Go ahead, do masters now. We are happy for this decision. Whomsoever on behalf of you did that, you took that decision." At that point of time, I really didn't realize, after starting my career, it's almost 15 years. I'm visiting campuses. I'm going to the young talents. I'm speaking about, building the careers. This is the platform after 15 years, after sharing you my relationship with my beautiful wife. I'm coming here to LNCT to present a TEDx talk. And that I've never ever realized. Now, I just wanted to say, अर्ज किया है, वो मेरी जिंदगी की कहानी नहीं, वो मेरी जिंदगी की कहानी नहीं, मेरी जिंदगी का सफर बन गई, जो शुरुआत कॉलेज के गुड नाइट कॉल से थी, आज लाइट ऑफ से हो गई. So remember one thing, always relationships you have to keep it on priority, but one applause which is very important for each and everyone is your parents. A lot of applause for your parents who have always tried to support you at any phase, at any point of time. Perfect. So that's the first phase of the story. Right? Now the second phase. Boss, I did my masters, MBA, HR from Willinkers. Good. Fantastic. Forget about the fast food joint. I got the opportunity to work in the campus recruitment domain almost 14-15 years back. I did. I started my career. I started my journey. But at that point of time, there were some difficult challenges in terms of getting opportunities. The mindset at that point of time of the Mavericks were different. Right now, you are at that age, you are at that point of time wherein the world is changing, and it's at the fascinating career point of view that you have reached right now. Skills are getting outdated every day. Please ensure that you are updated at the regular intervals. Job opportunities have not got no guarantees. Absolutely no. Right? But one thing is, for sure, for you kind of Mavericks is, learning curve is very important. Always try to learn new things, upcoming skills. With this, there was an engineer, neither a backbencher, neither a topper, an average student, like majority of the years. Whenever we come down to the campus, we always say, 20% is the top cream lot, say 20 to 30%. Rest 70 to 40% is average, and 30% they don't want to pursue for a career opportunity. So this guy was in between, the average student. But he had a strange habit. A very strange habit. Whatever he used to learn during his academics, he used to try to do it practically. He used to ask questions. Why exactly I am learning this? Why it is important for my career phase? He got rejected in the interview. Tried again, he got rejected. Finally, after a few years, he got the job. Now, he is kind of a motivator for each and everyone because he is a doer. He is a go-getter for the organization. He is a collaborator for the organization. He is thinking out of the box. Degrees can sustain you for a longer duration. But the mindset will achieve you the goal that you require, which is very important. Mindset have to be clearly thought what you want to do. No confusion, no clarification. If you require, go ahead, take it from your mentors, from your guiders. The expectation right now from Mavericks, from each and every Mavericks right now is, we want doers, we want go-getters, we want collaborators. We don't want someone who is very good in IQ or not in degree. We want skill getters. It's absolutely clear. The world is changing. AI is always there. It was always there and will continue to be there. You don't have to worry on, if AI would be taking my job. Absolutely no. Mavericks have got the upper hand to promote yourself for the thought process that you have got it. To take your career at the next level, which is very important. Right? Now, with the closing thought, with the closing statement, what exactly you think? After going out of this auditorium, you have to do. Be a problem solver? Answer is yes, you can be a problem solver for everyone. Be clear, have clarity on your thought process? Absolutely yes. Go around, have clarity on your thought process. Each and every time, don't be confused like me, I'll go for a fast food restaurant or you want to do your higher education. Absolutely no. Whether you are an average student, whether you are a topper, your goals should be defined quite clearly. I didn't have a goal. I didn't have a career path at that point of time. But what I had was curiosity. What I had was courage. And what I learned from this was that degree can start your journey. But your mindset can actually take you to your goals. The first step is very important, the degree. But your mindset is very important to achieve the goal that you are looking out for. Right? And do you want to be a Dhurandhar of your life? You can be the Dhurandhar of your life. Or you can be Jamil Jamali of your life. Ki that mera bachcha hai. It's up to you. Define your career, define your path, define your goals, which are very important, which are very crucial. We are there, the industry is there, backing Mavericks on a larger scale. We want young talents, we want young Mavericks like you to come down to the platform, have an innovative kind of a mindset to change the world, to change yourself. But one thing is important, please commit yourself. And with this, I got a final closer of 3H. I know there will be a lot of 3, lot of 6, lot of 7, lot of 8, lot of 9H. I got only 3. 1. After COVID, we have seen health is on the top-notch priority. Keep yourself aligned, be fit, practice, eat junk foods, practice more. I am a street food lover. The way I landed, Absolutely yes. I went out, had a lot of food. Second, be humble. The second H is be humble. Humble to each and everyone in and around your surroundings. And the final H, be honest. Honest to yourself, no one else. And no one can stop you being Durandar like Ranveer or being Jamil Jamali. Thank you so much everyone for listening. All the best.